Hi, I'm Bernard Crespi from Datatel Payment Technologies. When organizations look at IVR payments, they sometimes think of it as simply another way for customers to pay. And technically, yes, it's another payment channel. But I think that misses a bigger opportunity. The real question is, what part of the payment flow are you trying to improve? Because if a customer calls your organization today to make a payment and an employee has to take that call, authenticate the customer, collect the payment information, enter it into a system, process that transaction, confirm the payment, and then re enter and reconcile that payment into your internal systems. There's a lot happening behind what looks like a very simple transaction. And when you multiply that across hundreds or thousands of payments, that flow really matters. That's where IVR payment can become much more than just another payment option. Instead of requiring an employee to handle every routine payment, the customer moves through a secure self service process. They call in, they identify or authenticate themselves if required. They hear the balance or payment options. They enter their credit card payment or ACH information. The transaction is processed. They receive confirmation. Your systems then are reconciled, all without an employee having to manually handle that payment. And here's really an important part to remember. You're not just changing where that payment happens, you're changing how the work actually gets done. Now, that doesn't really mean every customer interaction should be automated. There are always going to be situations where a customer needs help, where something is unusual, or where having a person involved creates real meaningful value. But a routine payment collection usually isn't one of those areas where you necessarily want an employee to spend their time. If those transactions can move into self service, employees can focus on conversations where their experience and judgment actually matter. There's also an important security consideration. When an employee are collecting credit card information over the phone, that payment data can potentially touch your people, your systems, recordings, your desktops, or processes that become part of the organization's PCI compliance environment. So, when we're looking at payment flow intelligence, one of the things we examine is where sensitive payment information is entering your organization and whether it actually needs to be there. An IVR payment workflow can help separate payment transactions from employee interactions and reduce unnecessary exposure to card information. So the conversation really shouldn't begin with, do we need IVR payments? It should begin with, how are payments moving through our organization today? Where are employees involved? Where are any repetitive work happening? Where are customers waiting for someone to help them? And finally, where is payment information being handled unnecessarily? Once you understand that flow, you can determine whether IVR payments is one of those tools that can improve it. Because ultimately, this isn't about adding technology for the sake of technology. It's about helping money move through your organization more securely, efficiently, and intelligently. Thank you, and let's talk.